Good afternoon. It's always a pleasure. The real estate experience with me, Travon Smith. As usual, we always try to bring somebody with experience, a professional that knows what they're talking about. And this is one of the, I have to tell her today, she's the only lady I interviewed for credit. So, LUZ, right?
Yes,
LUZ Corral, LUZ
corral. You
Corral,
got
LUZ
it. You
Corral,
got it right the first time.
LUZ Corral. We're talking credit. From tell me the company name again. The Blue.
Your blueprint.
Your blueprint. Definitely. I know I want to say blueprint, but it's your blueprint. I don't want to leave that out. It's somebody that's been around. I got referred to him a little while back through somebody that I admire, one of my mentors, Bendy Ramirez. So if you get referred by Bendy Ramirez, I already know you're a woman of business, a woman that takes everything serious. How you doing today?
Amazing. Super busy. Today feels like a crazy Monday, actually. So I can't wait already for the week to be over. It's been super busy.
It's been super busy. I got a chance to talk to you on Saturday for a short while. I just want to say congratulations to you and the family again.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
accomplishment. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing credit and a little bit about the business that you're currently at that helps people with credit and how do they help people with credit?
Absolutely. Travon, thank you so much for allowing me for your, to be here in front of your audience.
Oh,
Um, so we've been doing credit for 14 years. Along the years, we've been learning new things on regards to credit and how credit functions.
oh,
We have been able to cover absolutely anything and everything that has to do with credit. Um, Basically, anything that you see on someone's credit, we can help with. Then we expanded ourselves to business credit because we noticed the need with a lot among business owners that didn't know how to, take advantage or basically just know how to use their business credit and to actually take advantage of how to use your business credit. So with that being said, we've been doing also business credit for the past 7 years approximately, where we help people and small business establish business credit to help them have more credit and put everything on their business credit rather than putting everything on their personal credit that belongs to the credit. So the business credit. So yeah, I mean, we work with a lot of affiliates of ours, which are real estate agents,
oh.
lenders, solar people. I mean, come on now, credit is everything, right?
Credit
And
is everything.
nationwide. So we have to make sure that our credit is on point in order for us to obtain what we want when we want it and not have to worry about our credit when we already want something and then we don't know how long it's going to take.
I know as far as dealing with personal credit, it's an up and down thing every month. And sometimes you might make your payments on time and didn't miss, and your credit still changes. What's some things that you could talk to us and educate us about? Like, why does your credit change, and what can we do to stop it from changing?
Well, I mean, your credit is always going to change regardless.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do to stop it from changing. You can stop it from getting worse
yeah.
by maintaining your utilization under 30%.
Okay.
Um, avoiding any late payments and opening a whole bunch of new cards at the same time, or maybe even running your credit a lot of times. So there is something that you can do, but no matter what you do, your credit is always going to change on a monthly basis, maybe by monthly. So it is very important for you to know that as long as you're doing the right things and your credit is going to fluctuate, go up, go down a little bit. Now, if you do damage your credit big time, you're going to see a big decrease on your FICO score. So it's important that you follow the algorithm of the credit bureaus in order for you to obtain the best FICO score possible every single month.
Definitely, because like I know a lot of people, especially in the real estate market and what we deal with, we tell them, hey, don't touch it, don't do nothing, because if it changes too much, then the real estate company may pull out, or maybe some changes within your mortgage. So that's something we definitely want to educate people about. I want to talk a little bit about as far as dealing with your credit. What's some things that, like, when they bring to you, what are, like, if people have situations, what can they bring to you that you can help them with, and what's some things that you may not be able to help them with?
Well, I mean, there are very few things that we cannot do.
Okay.
The only thing that I can say is there are a lot of things that cannot happen from one month to the other,
Yeah.
especially not one day to the other. So everything needs time. There's a lot of a lot of movement, a lot of things, a lot of pieces that we have to move in order for us to make it happen.
Mm.
So I want to say that one of the most important things right now, it's like a mortgage late payment. If you
Okay.
genuinely were late, it is going to take us a few months to get a remove off your credit report. Unfortunately, most people that called is because they need it to remove now rather than later.
Yeah.
That had kind of slowed down a little bit because of such high interest rates. So people are not as, and they're not trying to refinance as much as they were trying to refinance a few months back because of their interest rates. So there's really nothing on someone's credit that we can help with as long as we have time on our side.
And that's one of the things that people have to know, because a lot, like you said, a lot of people come to you last minute, and you're like, "Hey, you got to at least give me a month or two or something," like
Exactly.
because you just can't get it erased quick or whatnot. What's the sort? So speaking of, you just mentioned interest rates. Speaking of interest rates, with interest rates being so high, whether credit cards, loans, cars, it's an importance for people as of right now to have their credit score as high as possible. I mean, we're supposed to anyway, correct? But as of right now, it's even more important.
Well, absolutely, because you always want to make sure that you get the best interest rate possible anywhere you go. So you can only imagine the bare minimum is not going to cut it anymore. If with the 720 score, you're getting a 9%, 10%, now imagine only with a 583. I mean, it is kind of crazy. So now more than ever, I think I hear a lot of people say, I'm waiting for the house market to crash for me to get good opportunities and this and the other. Well, unless you have cash, then that is a good way of thinking for you. But if you don't have all the cash to buy properties left and right, 200, 300, $400,000 here and there, then you're going to need credit. So this is a time for you to fix your credit. So when that market happens, you are actually able to purchase those properties that are in good pricing. If you don't have the credit and if you don't have the cash, then I don't see how you're going to benefit from any market crashing.
Look, you cover some things that I tell clients all the time right there. I mean, you guys are hearing it right here on the Real Estate Experience, LUZ CORRAL, your blueprint. It's something that's important because a lot of people are like, well, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this. It's like, well, you've been waiting for this 30, 35, 40 years already. It's time to make that move, fix your credit. I don't think people know the importance of taking care of their credit, except for people like me who's doing what I'm doing, and people like you, like your credit. You could become, you might not get a PhD, but if you take care of your credit, you can still live a good life, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, credit can open the doors to many opportunities out there. Could definitely give you an allowance that you wouldn't have if you had bad credit. So, I mean, I can say this, there have been clients of mine that credit actually helped them get out of the hole that they were in for a few months, for a few years, until they got back on track. So again, debt, it's something that, you never want to be so much in debt, but if it's the only way that you can actually survive and take care of your family, then that's the way you do it. And then you take care of paying the debt later, as long as you're back on your feet. So absolutely. I mean, with credit, we can do anything. And even to start a business, even you don't have to have all the cash in the world or a lot of money to start a business. If you have credit, you can definitely utilize that in order for you to put your business out there and make sure that you're going to be, successful in something that you love doing.
You always taking me right on the road that I'm trying to go. Also, I want to step into that. I want to talk a little bit about what's some things for like the person who may be non-educated like myself that doesn't know the difference between personal credit and business credit. Are they that much of a difference to as far as establishing them, or how does that work?
It's not much of a difference. It's just not as easy or not as talked about as personal credit. So it's just more tedious. It's very time consuming. It took me like 5 or 6 years for me to really grasp like the idea and how it worked. And I'm in the business every single day. So imagine people that don't do that on a daily basis. It's probably going to take them a little longer. So it's just the same concept, but different strategy and a different algorithm when it comes to the credit scores. Again, with personal credit, I can tell you one thing: the key is to maintain your balances below 30%. With business credit, the more you borrow, the more they give you, as long as you're paying it back.
Okay.
Now, yes, of course, there is an exception on some credit cards that they give you, such an American Express, they give you the liberty of using as much as you want, but at the end of the month, you're gonna you're
Yeah.
gonna have to end up paying for it, you know. So of course there are differences when it comes to that. However, as long as you're making your payments on time, then you shouldn't have an issue.
Okay. Well, can you go ahead and share your information with us so people can know where to reach you at if they may have any questions or anybody I need to refer them to get all the information to you?
Absolutely. My name is Luz Corral with Your Blueprint. We're located in the city of Claremont. It's 1000 South Foothill Boulevard, Suite B, Claremont, California. And our phone number at the office is 909-303-9100. Again, 909-303-9100.
Luz Corral right here. I want to get out of here with this though. Can you give us one tip for personal credit and one tip for business credit? If people are working on those, any tip that you could just throw out there to get them to tease them to give you a call?
Absolutely. When starting a business, the first thing you got to do is actually set up your business structure, get your EIN number, which is same as getting a social for yourself. That EIN number, do everything that has to do with your business with your EIN. If you're renting a space, use your EIN number. If you're getting a bank account, use your EIN number. And as soon as you open that bank account, apply for a business credit card under the EIN. That's the first thing you got to do. And when it comes to personal credit, I want to say utilize the rule, the 315 rule, where you're making a payment on your credit card. You make one monthly payment every single month. Instead of doing a one monthly payment, do it twice. So you can trigger the system that you're making two payments, although you're making the same payment that it will make in 1 month, but in two different payments. So you will see the difference on your FICO score going up a lot higher because the system now thinks that you're giving them two payments, although it's the same amount as if it were given 1 month. And that works this way. So you make your half of that payment, you make it 3 days prior to your due date. And the other half, you do it 15 days prior to your due date.
Okay.
Don't ask me exactly what it is, but it triggers the algorithms with the credit bureaus, and it will give you a boost on FICO score. I just had a client do that last month. He called me back a month after saying the score went up 55 points. It's the same amount of money that you're paying, but it's just two payments. So exactly. Those are nuggets of knowledge that, trust me, it took me a while to learn, but if you apply it and if you do it, you will get it done. And another thing is, Travon, it's so important that building good credit takes some time and it takes a lot of effort. It's not as easy as
I believe it. I know.
Right?
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, it's hard.
One of the things,
it's doable.
Yes, one of the things that you will notice once you start taking care of your credit is that you become a little obsessed with that score. You know, you want to check it every week, every 2 weeks. I mean, you're at a party and you're checking your credit instead of, doing something else. So again, getting obsessed with your credit a little bit, it's not bad at all. It's actually a good thing because you're going to start learning the algorithms of credit and what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, how does that affect in your credit?
Luz, I love talking to you. You always educate me. I definitely appreciate the free advice, them gems you just dropped as far as the two payments. I appreciate that for our listening audience. If you guys need to get a hold of her, if you need to fix your credit, you want to start a business, you need to find out anything with credit, anything about business, give her a call first and see if you can pick her brain, if she can help you. 95% of the time she can help you, or she'll point you in the right direction. Can you give us the website where they can reach you at and the phone number again?
Yeah, the website is going to be www.blueprintsquad.com. And you can book an appointment there. Our links are right there. You can find us on social media at Credit Repair by Blueprint. And our phone number is 909-303-9100.
And we'll post all the information in the description below. Thank you for taking time out your day to hang out with us. Once again, congratulations to you and the family. I appreciate you, and I'll be talking to you again, so don't run from me.
Thank you, Travon. Nice talking to you as always. Take care.
No problem. Have a good one.